Hello, has it been 2 weeks already? I'm back and I'm down at the plot. It's actually Saturday afternoon. I was down here yesterday after I got back from Leeds and just tinkering around. I'll show you what I've been doing anyways. But I've got Ryan down with us and he's going to give us a hand with just a couple of tasks, and then I've got to go and purchase the final bits for the solar setup for the shed. So I've already spoken to my dad as well. My dad's going to come down, who's a Sparky, next weekend. He's going to help us get it all started and set up and see what I need for cables and this and that. First things first, let's go and have a quick tour, see how things have changed in the past 2 weeks, and I'll show you what I've been doing as well. So let's have a quick look around the plot and see what's been happening in my absence. First thing I see when I came in was them massive field pumpkins. Now this plant started there. It's supposed to stay in that bed, but it ended up coming through here. So I've ended up getting more than I bargained for. So there's a few pumpkins I've already started taking off, but I want to make sure that the fruit's set. And in previous videos I've showed you how to take your own, how to pollinate your own fruit. That's on the vine. So at the moment we've got two there, we've got one there, we've got one there, there's one over there, and I've taken them two little ones off, and there's one at the end that's over here on there. So I'll be taking, what I'll do is, you've got to be cruel to be kind. That's got to come off. So that one's had to come off. Now, I want to keep these down as minimal as possible, so that I don't need all of these. I just want to have a few. Normally I just keep one on, but I'm not going to do that. I want to have one at least for each for the kids. So we've got to be cruel, and I'm going to take this one off here. So I'm going to be one-handed. You've got to be tough. But I tell you what, it's a canny sized pumpkin already, that, in it. We'll put that at this side. So this one can be moved. We'll move this one. And the next task I need to do is I need to go get some sand so that I can place it on the underside of this one. And I need to get rid of this as well, because that's got saw-like spines on it. And if that grows, with being right next to the vine, next to the fruit, it'll grow and it'll push and rub onto it, and it'll cause a lot of problems. So let's get rid of all of that, clear all out while I'm here. And then I'll get some sand, stick it underneath, move that around so that grows that way. So there's one done, and then I'll do the rest with these as well. Say the brassica cage. Now, when I left, of course, we had that disaster with the club root. I did get some messages for perlica and stuff like that. I'll look into that. I'm sure I've already used it in the past before, but like I say, we'll see what happens with these swede. These swede might be a club root variety that's resistant. And you've got to get the words eventually. This side though is where the magic's been happening. So I've actually put the tyres around the four that I had late, which I'm actually pleased I've got, to be honest. And I've actually got heads on the broccoli, which is great. This one's ready to be taken, so I'll be taking this one today, and then I'll show you what to do afterwards, because you can just cut a notch in the middle and you get four sproutly smaller heads on, get a second catch crop. So don't just pull the broccoli out, same with cauliflowers, don't just pull them out when they've getting the head. Put a cross-like pattern in, you get more. So these are all good. Another good in there. We've got some turnip or swede in the back here, starting to develop bottoms, which is great. And they're all looking lovely and clean, which is great. Glads look lovely as well. Let's see, I've just popped these in a few years ago and just left them. They do ideally need separating off. Some beautiful flowers when you come in. They're lovely. Right, into the polytunnel. The polytunnel is where most of the work's been carried out, because Gran has been really handy as well and really helpful. He's watered all of this stuff. He's kept it all alive, kept it all going. And like I say, he's been absolutely detrimental to me being able to go away as well. So thanks again, Grandad Dave. Yes, when I went 2 weeks ago, I had these in hammocks. Some of them in hammocks, some of them not in hammocks. He actually came in and lifted some of them up and actually propped them up as well to stop the plant from falling. So again, he's doing absolutely fantastic. He's learned from me as well, which is great. I've actually put some of these on sway slings here. Missed the side shoot there. So we've got cucumber. I need to put that one in a sling. I've had to remove the lower leaves because unfortunately Grandad didn't know, to be honest, but he hasn't been spraying with the rose clear, and there was some milky, as you can see there's some on there as well, but I've given it a spray, powdery mildew. I've given it a spray and hopefully it helps it and it keeps it at bay as well for the rest of the growing. The next is about 3 or 4 weeks. So nice, another big one there and another nice juicy one there as well. And I'm going to take up this one and put that one up when I get a chance. On this side again, that's a nice little one. This one's a canyon, nice length on it. Stop with the innuendos. This is a short stout one, but ideally they need supporting, because if not they'll just pull all the plant down with. That's the reason why I have this. I like this as well, and I've let it go up there and have it up here. Normally I set fruit at about this height, not down below at the bottom, but obviously I was late. And this one up here is actually doing, it's a spare one I've chucked in late, and it's doing really well. There's actually a couple of cucumbers on with the side shoots, but it's going up there, it's going to cross at the top. Cantaloupe melon that I had spare, that's grown really strongly in here as well, all the way at the top. There's no signs of, oh, in fact there is. There's a sign of a cantaloupe. Not ready yet, open with a flower yet, but we'll just leave that and see what happens with them. Let's look at the tomatoes. When it comes to tomatoes, giant tomatoes, you want a fantastic mega bloom, one perfectly on the first truss or second truss, and then once it gets to so high you can actually stop the plant once you've got it, once it's set, and then you're good to go. Let's see if we can find any. Starting at the front, I've had a look actually, I can't see anything on the lower side of this front one, but I did see this one here, but the stem's not looking fantastic on it, to be honest. There's actually one underneath there, but that's no good. So we've got potentially one there. We've got one that's grown here, which is a nice multiple one, so that's good. On this side here, there was nothing lower down. Hey, look at them, didn't even see them. They're side shoots, and that's actually a side shoot as well. That's crazy. I thought that was the main stem. We've got one on here. It's actually on a side. It's on a side stem. So we've got one there. We've got that one big one up there. In fact, I'm going to be cruel with this one. That's coming off. Where's me snips? What pesos will do. You gotta be tough. Gotta be tough. Look at that, still got roots on the bottom of it. I'll put that in the pot. Not that it'll do anything, like, now I've cut it. But yeah, this one, I've got that one on, which looks canny. I've also stopped the top on it as well. This one has that on there. Can't really get in to see much. And I've also stopped the top so it doesn't get any higher. Moving on to the back, there's not really much on this one. They're all just loads of little ones. So I've just left that to go as it is. And on the back of this one here, we've got that one. So there's a couple. These back ones, not being able to get any. Nothing on here, nothing on there. Oh, wait a minute, I've got one there. I need to unhide that. So what I'll do is I'll take them ones off, because I don't want them ones. And I'll stop the top of the plant. So we'll just nip that off the top of there. And I'll get me secateurs. I'll get me snips again. This is gardening on the go, guys, gardening on the go. Thought I'd already done these, but I haven't. So chop that. And then that's just putting all energy into that one plant there. At the back, I don't think there's any. There's loads of flowers on loads of trusses, but there's no mega blooms from what I can see. There's a big bloom there, but I'll leave that as it is. And then we'll go to this one. Wait years for a decent sized mega bloom. Obviously you keep the seeds going and germinating, and you've got the I say germinating, the genes and the genetics and stuff like that. And then you get ones like these. You wait for one and you get two on the same plant. Look at that size of that. That's massive, that. They're like sunflowers. That one and that one. If anything, I know that these are already late. They're already late. It's going to take a lot longer for them to grow and ripen. So I'm not going to probably put, if they do come to anything, I'll not be putting them in for shows. I'll keep them for seed for next year. So I'm already thinking ahead going forward. But yeah, the planting itself, it's all deformed and everything. It's all massively thick stemmed and everything. But if I'm going to get giant tomatoes off that, and that's what's got to be done, I'll keep that. But yeah, that's what's happening inside of the polytunnel. We've got growth. Might be a few weeks out, but we've got growth. Get into my favourite little bit here. My sungold tomatoes. Look at that. I've got some sungold tomatoes ready for picking and ready for eating. This is my favourite part, this. And come in here and I can just pick. It's like a kid in a sweet shop out of me. Oh, I don't like tomatoes. Do like my sungolds. Yum yum. But the plants have been doing alright, and the ones on this side are thriving. I need to come in here tomorrow and I need to prop them all up and get them all sorted out, because I've got side shoots and all sorts on here. But these are doing really well. I'm pleased with these. And secondly, Ryan's hard at graft. Taking their beds out. I want to get my hands as I finish this. Into the melon house. Melon slash chilies. So the melons have thrived. They've done mad. They went mad. Look at that. If you remember, all I did was put the mesh on, hoping that to stay up. That's exactly what they've done. They've started climbing. And I've actually got some fruits on here. And I haven't set these at all. I've not touched them, not done anything. I think either ants or something have been in here. And if I see here, I've got one there. I've got two on that one there. And I've got, is there just two on there? I think there is. You know. I think it's just a two. But three, sorry. So there's three on there, which I'll have to keep a close eye on. I've already started moving these around. That's trying to climb up there already. You can go up there. So I need to train that tomorrow. I'll get that sorted, but I need to train that tomorrow. This one, again, hasn't really done a great, it's not done as well as the other ones, considering they're all put in at the same time. So I might get pulled out that, leave the other one to develop. This one has went wild, side shoots and this, that and t'other. But from what I can see, there is no fruits on this one. No fruits on that one. And then I go on this one, and this one has climbed up and done really well. But again, I can't seem to locate or see if there's any fruits. So I'll leave them as it is, tidy them up. But at the minute, it looks like this one's going to be the one to keep an eye on. And also the Scotch bonnets and the rest of them all developing the flowers, which is great. These were put in late, if you remember. And I've also got some signs of chilies on here, which, there you go, there's one there, a chilli on there, and there's a couple of chilies on there as well, starting from the bottom, working way up over. They're going to be some size as well, which is great. Same with these ones, there's nothing quite on that one, but they need staking up anyways. But in here is doing really well as well. Last but not least, the bottom greenhouse. And as you can see, we've got some grapes and are starting to turn red. I'll have a munch on that. But tomatoes are doing really well. We've actually got some red ones as well in the bottom, first truss. Be taking them today and giving them to my mum. I seem to have got these the wrong way around, because all the tomatoes are at the back. All the tomatoes on the back of that one, they're all at the back of that one. All the trusses are full of tomatoes. It's grand. And I come to this side, we've got them on the front here. Some nice big tomatoes as well. Another red one there. Take home for my mother. Because guess what? I don't like these tomatoes. I've got some nice big size ones there. And in the back, that side's failed. That side's not too bad. But I'm not really fussed. I don't think I'll be growing tomatoes back in here again. If I am, they're going to be grown in pots. Because I'll just cover the floor and I'll just grow them in the pots at the back. Because these have done so much better than the ones that's in the ground. And that's just from reused compost. So it just goes to show you can reuse compost. Bit of fertiliser in. Jobs are good. And everything else in the garden is grand. But as you can see, like I say, Ryan's busy hard at work here. I'm going to give him a hand. I want to get this bed done. And I've got to shoot off to go and pick some stuff up and watch the football as well. So I'll catch you tomorrow and I'll show you the progress that we've made today. Well, I said I would see you tomorrow, but I thought I'd show for the Herculean effort that Ryan has put in. And also me. This bed's nearly done. See that all the roots there. It's absolute nightmare stuff, this. It's horrible. It's taking an hour just to get this done. And all we've been doing is digging it with a fork and just not trying to snap it. Exactly, because obviously you know what it's like. It's a nightmare. Now that's what it looked like previously with all the tops, and this is what it's like. This soil is fantastic soil. It's been well looked after over the years, including myself and also the previous plot owner, who did a really good job. Ideally, I want to grow carrots and stuff in this, giant carrots and giant parsnips. One bed for giant carrots, one giant parsnips. Fill the beds up, repair the beds. What I'm going to end up having to do is take all the soil out, sieve it, and then on the bottom it's already partially paved, I believe, but I think most of it is paved, to be honest. But what I need to do is cover the bottom and then backfill it all in, and just be careful with the tiny little bits. But I've just had to show you the Herculean effort that, like I say, I put in regards to the digging and stuff. That Ryan, there's a bit next to your right foot there, big bit. Like you were saying before, once you spot it once and you've done it for a bit, that's all you can see, isn't it, Ryan?
First time I've seen it here, and I'm an expert.
There's more by your right foot, you're not that much of an expert. Right, we'll get this last little bit done because it's time to go. And that's done, all done. Lovely soil. Fantastic. Oh, look at that, still got a tiny little bit. It'll grow back, I mean, no doubt about it. Look at the amount of stuff that we've got there. It's absolutely ridiculous. Just from that one bed there. But that's knocked our back years. That's done, sorted. I've got enough space for it to grow 4 carrots or whatever there next year. Happy days. Right, me done today. Thanks, Ryan.
You what?
Toodaloo.
Anyway.
Morning, Sunday morning. Sun is shining. Lovely day. Yesterday, when I left us, there was a bit of an incident, and I've ended up learning a new skill set. Let's tell you about it. Doing my rounds on Facebook Marketplace, and I come across the last piece of equipment I need for me solar setup, and that's an inverter. But I've got some extra goodies with it as well. I thought, champion, that'll do, and that's what I need. So I travelled over to Walker Gate, which is about 25 minutes from here, and I had a chat with a lad who was absolutely fantastic. I had a good chat, and he was interested in regards to obviously giant veg and stuff. And I got chatting away, put the stuff in the boot of the car, shut the boot. Sure, you all know what happened next. Yeah, I ended up locking the car, fiddling with the keys when I was chatting to the lad, put the keys down, put everything in the boot and shut the boot. So, locked myself out of the car. So with no tools, the lad who I was with, he brought some bits and pieces out. And it turns out that you can actually break in to a vehicle, your own vehicle should be said, with a plank of wood, crowbar, piece of 10 gauge wire, and here's the garden aspect, a bamboo cane. Without breaking the window, which I was pleased about. But like I say, it's one of these mistakes that I've made. Tried the duct tape method on the windows, and this is what's happened with the obviously left the residue on the windows here. Left the residue on the windows, tried the back window as well. There is an unlock button on the inside, but it doesn't work when the vehicle's locked, I found. But the damage that was caused, which, like I say, it is what it is across the top here, where there's a dent, where I've had to get in, and the door's sticking out a bit. So I'll just have to try and push that in a bit more. But other than that, like I say, for getting into my vehicle, I've learned a new skill set. If it ever happens again, which it won't, because I'm going to get another spare key cut, learn from my mistakes. I've got a spare set of keys, but if I do need to get in, at least I know how to get in this time. Yeah, right, let's show you what I picked up. These are the goodies that I picked up yesterday. There's a battery. It's a 90 amp hour battery. Still alright, you can tell by the green down there. You can't see it inside that, sorry. See the green down there, all good to go. Got this PWM solar charge controller, good up to 10 amps. Got all the cables that join with it. Also got this power inverter, good for between 3 and 5,000 watts. Maybe too much for what I need, but it'll definitely do for what I want. So that's all going to be put on a board. And I've got an extension for the solar panels as well. So yeah, they're going to get hidden away with the rest of the stuff till I'm ready to get it all put out. Ran has just been. I've just sorted his camera system out with his upgraded camera system, and I've also relocated his original one as well. So, like I say, plenty of stuff on the plenty security on the plot, and plenty. Basically, keep an eye on Granda, make sure he's alright, because he's still not that steady on his feet. He's getting on, bless him. Love him a bit. Still managing at his age. Hope I'll be as good as he is when I'm his age. I've got the chimney to sort out the flue, because I need to cut around it, and I need to get it sorted for the stuff that I just need, and that's one thing I want to get done today. So I'm currently in the shed at the minute, and like I say, I've got a flue to dismantle. I don't think I've showed you the flue. I picked this up with something else, which I'll be showing you in the later video, but it's too big because it was attached to a house. So I need to dismantle it so that it'll fit this shed, so I can get it going up in that corner. So I'll show you what I've got. I've got myself a chimney, get myself a flue, and as you can see, looks a good one. But problem is, I don't need this section. I don't need this section at the top, but I need this bit here. So I need to take this off of here. I need to take this off of here, and then that is going to be going on that. That's the plan. So I'm going to get that done. I haven't got my stand, so unfortunately I can't put in time lapse or anything, but you get the gist and I'll show you afterwards. Right, after thinking around a little bit with that, I've come across a problem, but not a problem that I haven't really been able to sort out. Ideally, I wanted to take that off and put it on the bottom of there. That's not going to be able to be done because it's properly glued in, and I'm not taking off there. So I'm going to use that instead, and then put that on top of there. I've already put it together, it all fits. I've also made a hole in this corner up here. I've lined it up so that it sits lovely, and that's what I need to cut out when the time comes, so that I can get the flue up the top, through there, and then secure it onto the roof. But that will be for another day. What I've also been doing inside is I've been setting up the lights that are going to be inside of the shed for some, like you see, my dad can see what it is that needs to be connected. Because to be quite honest, the lights are nothing. I just need to connect them all together with some cable and then pop them into the solar charge controller. Might need a bit of a junction box for them, but I'll see what he says when it comes next week. So starting at the door, I've got 1, 2, 3 and 4. Them LEDs should be more than enough to cover the entirety of this space. The only thing they need to do is to be connected up. So the plan is I'm going to have them stapled along the top, and then taking them along the top of there into that corner where the equipment is going to be, some of the equipment's going to be stored. So yeah, I'm going to box that in that corner, then that's going to be accessible on the outside as well. I've also been adding the connectors onto the battery, the 120 amp battery that I've got, and also changed the solar charge controller over to this one. So I've popped them into there, and they've actually got the proper connections on for the, I've put an extension on, so I know what's negative and what's positive. So they're going to be going straight into the solar panels, which are going to be run together. They're going to be attached to the shed by the brackets that I've got, which, like I say, might sort it out next week. We'll see what happens, but it's a project, it's ongoing. I said, I had a word with my dad. The 240 volt from the inverter that I've got, we're not going to run it internally in here, we're going to run it on the external, so that heat can dissipate basically. That was one of the big things that he mentioned. So we'll have better look and better breakup next week. That means that I can get these walls insulated, because we don't need to put anything inside of the walls. So that's a job that can actually get done now. It's harvest time, so it's Sunday. I've already getting some of my veg already sorted. Time to get ahead of broccoli. Now when it comes to the broccoli, you don't just want to just take it and take the whole plant up, because it's still got life in it. So as per the Blue Peter, here's one I did earlier. So I've already cut this. So we've got a nice head of broccoli there. It just went just past. But I've also, on the bottom here, I've also cut a slice of 4 across there. Got all George's cross, and that hopefully will sprout 4 more flower heads, so I can get 2 crops from it. But as our family like broccoli, I think I might have to get another little one. I'll have to see which one's ready. Well, them 2 aren't quite ready, so it looks like we'll just have to go shy with the broccoli today. Well, I'll go sparingly, but aye, it's a nice head of broccoli. Time to give the cucumbers a feed. Now there's a couple of things that I use to feed me cucumbers. I like to use Maxi Crop just as a general base feed, and I also like to use, let me find it. In fact, actually, it's just it's a mixed balance feed. It's a balanced feed from Chempack, I think it is. So I like using that. I like giving them a feed at least once a week. And I also like to use this stuff. Gotta get myself some moonshine. So I like using this as well. I've got the old Nurofen dispenser, because you have to be sparing with this stuff, because it's good strong stuff. So this is the feed, which look on the back here, use at a rate of 1 mil from seed to harvest, and that is per litre. So you put 5 mils of this in a 6 mil in a 6 litre watering can. You feed all my plants with this. And this one here is a spray which goes onto the leaves. So the one thing you don't do is spray open flowers, as it says on there. So you spray light mist over the plant and low light to avoid burning. You dilute 50 ml concentrate per 950 millilitres of de-isonised water. I don't have any de-isonised water, so it goes into normal water. But like I say, this stuff has done me great over the past couple of grow seasons. And thanks to Paul for sending it out to me. It was a good couple of years ago now. I'm probably going to need, like, this is 5 litres. To be honest, I don't know if it goes off or not, but I'll have to send him a message and see if it does. But I'm going to be using it anyways. So this is going to be going on all my veg, and I'm going to give everything a good drink and a good feed now. Last but not least today, I've getting this back section sorted out as well. So let's show you what I had a bit of a tidy up, and I needed to get these sungold tomatoes at least staked up some form. The trays have done fantastic to be able to keep it watered, and just water the bottom and feed the bottom, and these have been absolutely fantastic. I've got a fair few trusses on these now, and I've also getting this side done as well. So I will try and sort something out so I can I'll probably possibly use these up here. I forgot I had these just to stake them up the top, and then run a beat. In fact, I'm going to do that now actually. I'll show you what I mean. I will come up with something better, but that's just for quick, just what I had. So what I've done is I've getting part of the vehicle breaking in kit, getting a bamboo cane, and just put them on an angle basically, because I don't want to move these benches. Ideally them pots need to be on the floor, but for space it'd be nice to be able to just sit here with the tomatoes and just hand pick. This is going to be my little feeding bench. So I'll leave them in there. They can get watered, fantastic. They can get watered, fantastic. Grow up, tie them on there. Sort this out later on. I'll probably just cable tie them to the wood bits, which I might actually just do now. But yeah, that's them done. That's that sorted. I'm pleased with them. So they're all done. And so am I. So give it a few weeks, and I'll have tomatoes just sitting, drooping down the way at arm's reach. That'll be good, wouldn't it? Well, that's me done for this week. I've content's trying to get as much as I can get done since coming back. I'm going to go home now. We'll make some Sunday dinner. I'm going to chill with the family for a bit and get this video edited and uploaded, as I do every Sunday that I've got content. So still lots of plans, lots of things ongoing. I've got some time coming off again, with it being September and the show period. So we'll have plenty of things still growing. We'll get the shows done, my show, Malvern, still determined to see what happens, what I've got to take. Hopefully I've still got something to take, but we'll see what happens. So just again, quick reminder, my show, the Northeast Giant Veg Show that I'm organising and stewarding with the help of Andy and possibly a couple more, is going to put a picture up here and you can get all the details. Take a screenshot, and I hope to see as many people as I can at the show. And also, like I say, I look forward to visiting all the other shows as well this year, but not quite there yet. Still a few weeks of tinkering on, and hopefully to get the solar up, hopefully to get my flue and everything up. So lots of things oncoming, lots of content to create, and I'm only going to I want to do it once. I want to do things once, so I'm seeking out professional help with this kind of stuff as well. So right, I'm done. I'm going to make sure I've got my keys before I leave and I haven't locked them in the car again. But thanks everybody for your comments again. Like I say, I go through all of them. Thanks everybody for liking, and obviously everybody for subscribing as well and watching the videos. And it's always nice to see people in person as well, and like I say, nice to meet people. So thanks again, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.